Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Friday edition of Coffee with Wes. My name is Wes. I'm the interim pastor at the First Baptist Church of Cutler, and I want to just welcome you to this. Well, it's a rainy Friday morning. I don't know if we're going to have rain all day or not. I guess I should listen to the weather, but I know when I got up this morning, I was sitting outside in the dark, which I'm usually in the dark anyway. Sitting outside in the dark, and then it started to rain, and it's been kind of just not raining hard, just kind of dripping, a little drizzle since about I guess 5 o'clock this morning. But anyway, here we are on this Friday morning, and it's going to be a great day today, even with a little bit of rain. And I have to say, it's been a whirlwind of a week, so to speak, has it not? Right? If you've been following along with us. The prophet Elijah has departed. He was taken up in a whirlwind, just gone, boom, just like that, and in a chariot of fire. And the chariot came, and I don't know if you caught this in yesterday's passage, but it went in between Elijah and Elisha, and took him up, and so he's gone, and Elisha is grieving that he's gone, but let's see what happens next, okay? So we're in 2 Kings chapter 2, and I'm going to just read verses 13, 14, and 15, give us an idea of what happens next. But in addition to that, and what probably is going to be a major concern for you, for me anyway, is, so what do we do with this, right? What do we do with this passage? It's good to know. It's a real neat story. Happened a long time ago, but doesn't mean anything for today. So let's read this, and then let's see if we can unpack this just a little bit. Okay, 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 13 through 15. Let's take a sip of coffee before we go ahead and get started. All right, I'm ready. Are you ready? So Elisha picked up Elijah's cloak, which had fallen when he was taken up. His cloak, sometimes it's referred to as his mantle, his garment, but that's what it is, his outer covering. So Elisha picked up Elijah's cloak, which had fallen when he was taken up. Then Elisha returned to the bank of the Jordan River. Now remember what happened a while back when they came to the Jordan River. See what happens this time. He struck the water with Elijah's cloak, and he cried out, "Where is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" And then the river divided, and Elisha went across. Same thing when they were going the other way, and it was Elijah who had done that. So when the group of prophets, and remember there was this group of prophets, school of prophets, 50 prophets that were kind of in the background as an audience watching all of this take place. When the group of prophets from Jericho saw from a distance what had happened, they exclaimed, and here's the point, "Elijah's spirit rests upon Elisha." And they went to meet him and bowed to the ground before him. Okay, so here we have Elisha picking up the mantle, the cloak of Elijah, and he returns to the Jordan River to go back. He strikes the ground, parts the water just as Elijah did, and immediately the prophets recognize that the spirit of Elijah rests on Elisha. And remember, that was Elisha's request from Elijah to get a double portion of his spirit. So the transfer is complete. God confirms Elisha's calling with great power. So God confirms Elisha's calling and with his power and also with his presence. Elisha just doesn't inherit a title. He also receives divine authority. And then, so here's the application to all of this as we look at what happens to Elisha. When God calls you, God called Elisha. When God calls you, he equips you. God called Elisha, he equipped Elisha. God calls you, and he equips you. You don't have to rely on someone else's faith. You simply call on the God of your journey, the God that's leading you. when we see the hand of God at work, it gives us courage to move forward boldly. And where are you seeing the hand of God at work today? In your life, in your community, in your church? Where is God's hand moving? And when we see it, run to it and go forward in it boldly. Here's a thought for today on this Friday morning that's a little bit drizzly. You don't have to be someone else to fulfill your calling. You don't have to be like whoever it is. God has called you to a specific and unique circumstance and situation. God's hand on you is enough. So pick up your mantle, pick up your cloak, and step into the power of God for you. And before we go, I just want to mention this, and this is for the folks in Cutler. So you see, God has placed you in that church in Cutler. God has placed that church in the community of Cutler. And so God has equipped you in that church, in that community, to meet the needs of those around you. That's our calling. That's the calling of the First Baptist Church of Cutler, is to be a part of the community of Cutler and to help meet the needs in that community. And if you're not a part of the Cutler community or Cutler Church, whatever church or community you're a part of, the Lord has placed that church in that community, in that place, at that time, to minister in that area. And so never forget that. And the Lord, as we learned from our lesson today, has equipped us, is equipping us to meet the needs of those around us. All right, folks, you have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. I hope you make plans to be in worship somewhere this Sunday morning. If you're around the Cutler area, let me invite you to First Baptist Church of Cutler, 10:30 a.m. We have worship. If you get there early at 9:45, we have Bible study, and we'll be happy to have you join us this week. All right, y'all have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Bye for now.